G'day guys, welcome to the channel. I'm Odin Whitehair and welcome to This is Total War Rome Remastered. One of the best strategy games that has ever come out on PC. As far as I'm concerned, it's one of the best strategy games of all time. And today we are going to be jumping into a very hard, so very hard campaign difficulty, very hard battle difficulty for the Sons of Julii. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it, and I'll see you once I've got this loaded up. So here we are at the year 270 BC in the Italian peninsula with the Red House of Rome, the Sons of Julii. Now, for new players to this game, we've never played this game before, or we've never even watched a video on this before. This game is split down into three major factions. First and foremost, you have the Sons of Julii, the Sons of Brutii, and the Sons of Scipii. Very imaginative with the eyes on the end of the name. Brutii start off down in the southern boot of Italy, and their main task is usually to go off into Eastern Europe, Turkey, and Persia area. Then you've got the blue, who are the Scipii. Their task is usually to take Sicily, North Africa, and Southern Europe-ish. But our main task as the Sons of Julii is to stop the barbarian hordes, as it were, and move into Northern Europe, Germania, Francia, Britannia, and Spain, Hispania as well. But for this game, we are going for a full total map domination. Let's see how far we get with that, because when this game first came out, it was quite easy and it was quite predictable, but the remastered version has had a few tweaks on its AI system when it came out a few years ago, and it's a little bit smarter and a little bit more unpredictable. So one of the housing factions of Rome could betray us and go straight for Rome very quickly. I've seen that happen before, which does result in being outlawed, and you lose all trade agreements and everything with your Roman brothers. But you could also see other factions like the Macedons or the Egyptians actually getting really, really large on this game and could be challenging the further you get on. But the main target for us is take northern Italy for the moment, take Sardinia as well, which of course we have our first task of doing here. So we are going to go straight as the Senate give you missions. I'm not going to do all the missions, only ones that I see fit, really, to take on board. And then we'll see, in the early game I'll probably do all of them, or as many as I possibly can, but as the game goes on, that's when I'll start sort of turning my back on the Senate and doing my own thing, which is when they start getting unhappy with you, and that's when things get interesting. But for the time being, I've got these guys here who I'm just going to send straight away to go and take this town, and we're going to go straight into it. So I'm going to get the battle loaded up, and we'll take it from there. So here we have the little tiny town of Segesta, which is literally a very, very tiny town with a couple of huts in it. I've already deployed my Hastati over onto the left-hand side, the left flank of the battlefield, attacking the town. I have also deployed my archers there with my commander, my general, and my Triarii on the right-hand side flank of it, and we're just going to go straight in for it. So my Hastati, I'm going to push straight up onto this point here with my archers around on this side, my Triarii on this side. Come on, we're going to go there, along with my general really close by. I'm going to speed it up, get them into position. When they all get into position nice and ready, my Hastati, and this is quite important, I am going to set to make sure that they do not move. So where is the guard mode? Right, that will stop your troops from running after them when they get attacked. So it's a good thing to look out for. Right, let's carry on. My archers are just doing the business, which shouldn't take too long because the peasants, at the end of the day, weakest unit on the game. They're going to come into firing range of my Hastati with their javelins. I think. Let's get right in close, have a look at the battle. Okay. They're broken already. See, I could get really impatient here and just push them all in, but every man counts. So I may just move them there and them there. Get both of them in. Why not? Get this finished off nice and quick. Let's get a general in there as well, just for the giggles of it, because and there we have it, a nice easy victory to start off with. Only losing 22 men. Barbarians are gone for this one. Oh, sorry, the rebels are gone for this one. So nice and easy. So we have our first town, and the first town obviously being Segesta, which we have just won. Now, the key to the early game, and the advice that I would give to anybody that is just starting out on this game, is finances and population. They are your two key aspects to expanding your empire quickly. And one of the best ways to expand your population is slavery. So that is what we're going to do, and we've got a nice load of money because that was a Senate mission and they gave us 10,000 denarii, which I'm very happy with. So let's go and spend some of it, shall we? Firstly, with Segesta, they have absolutely diddly squat there, so let's make it as Roman as possible. Building a villa. I have Vibius Julius, who is one of my generals, is going to go straight onto the boat. I have a couple of Hastati, so one's going to go there and one is going to go down to Segesta. Out there. Doesn't need any more like soldier personnel, military personnel. I am going to raise the taxes because obviously money is also very important. So they're all going to get bumped up. I call it an OCD thing. I know you don't need to do it, but I prefer to have a lot of green faces, and that is just me. If I need to bump up the taxes a little bit more, I can do. I do have 2 town watch here in Ariminum. Easy for me to say. So one guy I'm going to send here, so I've got them spread out. My spy I'm going to send to the woods here so I can see what's going on with these 2 Gaelic settlements. And my diplomat, I'm going to send, well, I was going to send to him, but next turn, when that is all done, they will. I'm going to move him as well. Hopefully, I don't get attacked by any pirates. So I'm going to finish off this first turn, and we'll see what comes to us in the second turn. Okay, so we're into turn number 2. Not a lot really went on during that little cutscene as all the other factions move around. Besides, got some trade rights going with the Gauls, which won't last very long because they're bound to stab us in the back, or I'm going to stab them in the back, one of the two. So we do have a new mission from the Senate, which is take the settlement of Caralis, which I am already well on my way to doing. But they do have a couple of boats here. Who do they have in it? Okay, well, I'm going to drop them off around there. I'm going to see, is there any... Ooh. I'll take some mercenaries, I think. And they can move on. And next turn, they can go for them. My boats I will send back to port in Arretium, because I don't need them anymore. Let's have a quick run over any news. Richest faction, yeah, okay, because I haven't spent all my money yet. Construction report, Segesta, right, okay, so now they got the governor's house there. It means I can expand a few things. First things first, wall security needed. let's have a look at this. Now, going through the different factions on the game, you can get different temples which give you different boosts. It can improve your weaponry, it can improve your finances, it can improve your public order or your population growth. The Julii don't have anything along those lines of improving your finances or weaponry. It's all down to public order and population growth. So that is what I'll go for. Go for a bit of population growth and public order with the Shrine of Ceres. Same for over in Ariminum. I'm going to go for population growth as well. It's a little bit annoying because when you get a good trading temple in a good trading area, it really boosts the income, but they just don't have it for this Roman faction, sadly. So that's them two dealt with. I am going to send them back over here to retrain, and I'm going to start building up a couple of more Hastati as well, because I'm going to need them to take on the Gauls. But I think I will send a couple. In fact, I don't know why I did that. I'm going to keep my ship here, because once I've taken Corrales, I'm going to send my troops back over this way, because 9 times out of 10 the Carthaginians will not attempt to take this back. It's just not worth it to them. So you're usually just given a free ride for this island, and it's quite easy to take. But besides that, that is all we've got going on at the moment. I've got my diplomat, who is my diplomat, I should say, is going to go on a nice little journey all the way over to Dacia now, or Dacia, to go and sign a couple of agreements with them and the Macedonians and the Thracians, because it's going to be a while before I get over into that neck of the woods. By that point, when I do get my armies over there, I'll probably be facing off against the Brutii anyway. So it is what it is. So I'll look at this now. Ooh, where did they go? Oh, Temple will sort that out, no problem. So let's go straight on to turn number 3, and we'll see what happens on that. Okay, so we're into turn number 3. The Gauls have not moved. They do have their General Lugatorix sitting here on the border with some cavalry and spearmen. We have Gaelic diplomats. And we do have some reinforcements there as well, which is a little bit annoying. So I've come up with a plan, so to speak. I'm going to send Flavius Julius back here. I'm going to send 1 unit of Hastati down here, inexperienced unit. I'm going to send the rest of these back over here. That way I am not affecting the population of Segesta, because I need that to grow as quickly as I possibly can, which means again I am probably going to have to drop my tax rate. Hardly making any money at the moment, which is a bit annoying. But not much I can really do about that. I have to go and take Mediolanum and Batavium very, very, very soon. But going through the news recap, let's have a look at the diplomat. Okay, so we're all at war with Greece. That's just standard for the start of the game. Construction report. Okay, so the temples are built. Let's have a look at Arretium. What are we going to build next? I need cavalry, and I need to get these up. So, first things first, cavalry can go there. Ariminum. I'm going to concentrate more on as the trading outpost, because even though I've got Arretium here, saying that, let's have a look at. See, you could pull up this window and see what it brings in. So, population inhabit. Let's see. Trade. Okay, so income and exports 312. So turn income 1983, which isn't too bad. Whereas we look at Ariminum, 1531. Now the question is, do I make Arretium or Ariminum my financial capital? And I'm more tempted actually to run, in fact I will. Ooh, I don't know what to do on this now. Make a decision. Okay, so I already have debate. Ariminum is going to be my financial capital. Arretium is going to be my war capital. So that is what I'm going to do. Stables are being built. That's fine. Got more Astarte coming in. And these guys here. Yep, no, that's fine. I'm going to go and put a port in for them. Segesta now can get a few more things built. So let's get a look at population growth again. So we'll get that sorted. Now we have the small task of taking Keralis, which they've got nothing on board there. They've got a couple of units in there, which are all town watch. So let's go fight another battle, shall we? Yeah. So here we are at the Battle of Keralis, and Keralis is obviously a little bit more built up by the Carthaginians. Thankfully, they've given us some stone houses instead of mud huts. But it is still ours for the taking. Their forces are minimal. They've only got peasants, so this should be reasonably quick and easy, as long as I get it right and don't truly mess it up. But that shouldn't happen. So starting the battle. Let's go and have a little look-see, and let's go and get them attacked straight away. My hoplites, my mercenary hoplites, I'm going to have ready to block up this little alleyway here, whereas my Astarte are going to go there. Right, let's get all these sped up. Right, that should move a little bit quicker. There's another thing for any new people who are playing this game. Hoplites always start off in phalanx mode. Take them off phalanx mode to move them quicker. Right, let's get them. In there, come on. Right, Astarte, you're just going to go straight in.
The enemy general is running away. This is no way for a leader to behave, but in battle, it's beyond belief.
And there we go. Nice and easy. I knew it would be, and I probably rushed it a little bit there, but the smaller earlier battles really aren't that interesting. It's in the later game when things start developing and you start getting the really big battles coming up, especially when it's Romans against Egyptians or Roman on Roman. That's when it starts really getting exciting. So yeah, end of the battle, only lost 20 men, wiped them out, took another town, and Keralis is really good for trade as well. So once we start getting that built up again, we definitely will start seeing the money coming in. So let's get back onto the map then. And there we have it. We've got Keralis in the bag. Again, only a very, very small town, 775 population. Not worth exterminating because you don't get any money out of it really. But enslave it, send the population around a little bit. Let's have a look, see if that's... No, we are at war with Carthage. Surprise, surprise. We got... Oh, we got another ship. How bloody marvellous is that? Thank you very much, Senate. So I am going to send my ship here. My units. I'm going to keep my mercenary units here. In fact, that's good. Mercenary units are expensive, but eventually I'll replace them with Town Watch. So I'll probably disband one of them anyway. But let's see what happens when I move out. Not too bad. I'll drop the tax rate again. That should be alright. So, I'm going to send them down. I'll probably build a watchtower over here as well. Watchtowers are so important on this game. And therefore, we're going to build a wall. Now the wall's being built there. Corrales has been taken care of. We've got buildings on the go there. An army's retraining. Sagasta has been taken. Things are being built. Things are progressing nicely. And we are only going into turn number 4 on the next turn. So, let's see what happens. Is he going to move? Yeah, I'll move him now. Over here. Go on, get over to Dacia. That's another thing as well that I do like to do, is try and train some spies, but I'm not ready yet because I don't have a marketplace. Could do with actually building a watchtower over here somewhere. So I'm going to send him to Sagasta, and next turn I'm going to get him to build a watchtower on the border there. So, going to carry on, move on to turn 4. Let's see what happens. Oh, obviously everything is moving very, very quickly. Frame rates can struggle to keep up a little bit, but things are moving in the right direction. 2 territories, we now have 4 territories in total, which is all very good. The Gauls probably are starting to look at this going, And this is where, see, now the Gauls are starting to move their armies into position. They're probably going to try and go for somewhere like Vienna or Uvervum up in Austria, but we'll see. See, now this is where it comes into something slightly ridiculous. They want me to go and blockade the port of Syracuse. Right, Syracuse is down here with the Greeks. I have absolutely no interest in going into war with the Greeks. If I could get a trade agreement with them, that's even better. I'm not sending my ships down here to get bumped off by pirates for Senate's sake. So this one will be getting ignored. And they'll probably give me a crappy reward anyway, as they usually do. Let's have a look at this. Okay, so the rest of us are now at war with Greece and also at war with Carthage. Fine, that's to be expected. Recruitment report, some Hastati. Yep, that's fine. Let's get there. Just got to wait for the stables and the archery range to be built now. Let's have the construction. So Sagasta has finished its temple. Yay! Speaking of which, before I do anything, let's get you over here. Get a watchtower built. And get you back. Okay, so Sagasta can now build some roads for ease of transportation. Corrales again will be another shrine to Ceres, just to improve that population. Right, I'm going to move these guys here. He is going to go over here and build another watchtower, just so I got a good view of the Mediterranean come around here. These guys, no, I will wait, but I'll get them to join up. So that is them in place there. Now, as for building wise, army wise, still waiting for the stables. They're still not very happy for some reason. So I'm going to have to drop the tax rate again. And then the next big push will be to go and take Batavium. Batavium is huge because it is the breadbasket. You get textiles, you got glass, you got oil, there's all sorts of stuff going around here. So this area of the world, as they knew it, through Batavium, there's a town over here called Sagastica. Not to be confused with Sagasta, it's Sagastica over here, which I believe is in modern day Croatia. They have a lot of trade resources over here as well, so it's a very rich part of the world, so it's always a bit of a race to try and get your army together and get them all over here, but they'll be there soon enough. So, yep, that part is done. And yeah, that Senate mission can go and do one. In fact, actually, whilst I'm here, I'm going to build another watchtower, just so I can get a decent view of what's going up along here, because as you can see, this greyish line, that means this area here is still rebel and that area is still rebel, so nobody's taken them as yet. Obviously the Brutii have moved into Greece, so they've taken Apollonia. I don't know what the Scipii are doing at the moment, standing around with their fingers up the bums by the looks of it. So I'm going to skip on to turn number 5. Let's go for it. So here we are on to turn number 5. Not a lot of movement going along the Gaelic border, so to speak. I've still got my spy looking there. But I think it's time to get these guys back onto the open water, get them back home so I can get them dropped off into Arretium, and I can get them retrained, and then they're ready to march on Patavium. Get them sorted out. Sadly, I can't retrain my Triarii, but hey ho, that's one of those things. Quick little update on the recruitment. I'm not going to bring in any more Hastati. Don't need to. Construction though, this is looking good. So, Ariminum has constructed its port. Its port, I believe, should have increased its trade, or it may not have come through this round. I'm not sure. I need to get some more diplomats out, I think. In fact, can I train a diplomat here? Yes, I can. I'm going to send him off towards Spain, I think. Spain and France and that part, and then I'm going to use the other guy who is over here currently, making his way to Dacia. I'm going to get him to talk to the Macedonians, the Greeks, and all that sort of stuff. Let's have a quick look at the rest of the construction port. Okay, so we have roads at Segesta, which means they can move around a little bit better. I'm going to keep him there for the moment. Flavius Julius is good in Arretium, that's fine. Building wise, let's get some land clearance and a trader in there. Might as well. No point in sitting around. And the same for Corrales. Keeps them going. Takes a few turns to get all that sorted out, but it'll mean they'll grow a little bit quicker. So that was a nice short turn. Not a lot going on. Although some things to show you. It looks like the Brutii have definitely got their war face on, as they are going all out for the Greek regions. And the Scipii, during that end turn as well, got attacked by the Carthaginians whilst laying siege to Syracuse, and beat them both. So they're holding out quite nicely. Things are moving in the right direction for the Romans. Let's skip on to turn number 6, I think it is. There's a way you can tell what turn you're on. Where can you find out what turn you're on? No, that's my current mission. That's victory conditions. The regions control battles. You used to be able to tell, I can't remember where, there is somewhere on here that will tell you what turn you're on. Am I looking in the wrong spot entirely? I do not know. I thought I knew where it was, but I guess not. Okay. Does it tell me on here? Nope. 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 And nope. For, again, the new players of this, these little menu buttons here are ideal to skip between, especially when your empire gets really large, where your armies are, where your navies are. So obviously on this first one, this first tab, it'll open up your towns. This next one will tell you where your leaders are, your generals are with your armies, how strong they are as well. This will tell you where your diplomats, your spies, your assassins are, and then your last one will be where your navies are, which comes in very, very handy. What doesn't come in handy is the fact that I can't tell wiki, no, that's the advisor, don't need the advisor. That's the big map, don't need that. Oh, there we go. Just hold over it. Summer turn 5, so I'm going to click into turn 6. I apologise if that took so long. So here we are in the cold winter of turn 6, the year 268 BC, and yes, we have 0 movement going on. So, as the plan was before, this ship is going to dock, he's going to drop off all deployments, and they're going to go straight to Arretium, where we are going to retrain any troops that we can retrain, and by the looks of it, I can get cavalry now, which is even better. So what I am going to do is I'm going to try and train a couple of cavalry members as well, because they will come in handy for riding down any guys in the open battlefield. Cavalry was so broken on this game, it was ridiculous, and I'm going to try and stay away from having massive amounts of cavalry, but it's still fun. It's still fun sending out cavalry. So Spain and Carthage are now at war with each other. Allies are Scythia and Thrace, which is unusual because they usually attack each other. So recruitment, I do have a diplomat again, so he is going to go this way towards, in fact, actually I'm going to send him up through the Alps towards Britannia and Germania. Construction wise, Arretium, yep, so the cavalry stables are done. I'm going to bring in the practice range, and Corrales has built its roads and is now on its land clearance, which means, let's have a look at the population. How's it going at the moment? Slow going. Oop. And slow going there. It's going to take a little while, but with taking these two, the slave amount will more than cover any population deficit, so to speak. So again, another really short turn. I am going to cycle on and get onto turn 7, and once turn 8 is done is when I'll be launching my attack onto Batavium to take that. And this video, I forgot to say at the start, I will be finishing when turn 10 is done. I'll cycle that through, and the next episode will come on turn 11. So I apologise if nothing, sorry, I shouldn't say nothing, but I apologise like if these turns are going through pretty quickly. For the start of the game, it's all about just finding your foot in, getting your admin bits in order, getting your first army sorted out. So it's not really a massive amount of big battles going on. It's all about just getting all your chess pieces in place. So that's exactly what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm going to skip along to turn number, turn 7. So yeah, let's get that done. And as if by magic, the Senate have heard me and given me my next mission. They scrapped the blockade Syracuse mission because the Scipii finally took it. So they've given me the mission to go and take Batavium, which is exactly what I was intending on doing. So I'll gladly do that one. But meanwhile, our diplomat has made his way to Dacia, who I am going to go and speak to one of their lovely barbaric generals now. And yep, he wants trade rights. Let's see if I can get a little bit of map information from map information.
A most generous proposal.
He seems to like that idea. So now I am going to come south towards Macedon and Thrace. I'll speak to Macedon, Thrace, Greece, and then swing back up and go to Scythia. And if he can survive. He's only 32, so we probably could. I'll probably send him all the way over to the outer edges of the Empire to go and speak to the Parthians and the Armenians around here. So, yeah, okay. Progress is being made. We have a message from the Senate. As I said, Syracuse is no longer needed to be blockaded, but we do have a new general. A son has come of age. And Quintus Julius, so it must be Amulus Julius, must be his son. It's gotta be. Well, in either case, he's 16, he's ready for battle. Let's go and get him ready. Because Vibius Julius, Flavius is going to stay in the capital. Astarte, we're all going to go there. I'm going to have my archers, velites, and my cavalry. My triarii, I think, are just going to stay there. In fact, how much are they costing me? 181 per turn. Disbanding units. The same for my two of my biremes, because they are costing me 100 denarii per turn. Get rid of them. Just bump my money back up a little bit. So I can handle that. Also, what I was going to do was 170 for them, 149 for them. Disband one mercenary unit. Disband also, again, for anybody who hasn't played this, disbanding units in that town will boost your population up as well. It'll get absorbed into your population, so it helps boost things up a little bit. What are you doing there? Diplomat? You sent a diplomat there for? Go on, get away. Okay, so my army is almost ready. I've got one more cavalry unit to come in. I'm almost ready to launch for Batavium, which I'm quite excited about because that's a big town and there's a lot of resources. But I also know there's a lot of Gauls up here, so it could be quite an interesting fight. So yeah, recruitment report, nothing really on there. My diplomat will be moving along soon. Segesta has finished his land clearance, so that'll boost his population, and also the trader is coming in. So all in all, not too bad. Arretium, still 2 turns on my archery range, and oh, I'm not building anything there. How rude is that? Well, in that case then, trader. Trading can come in for that. And yeah, my diplomat, who's over here, I am going to send him this way. So, we're currently in the summer of turn 7. Everything is moving into place quite nicely. Yeah, let's go on for the next turn. Okay, so we are in the winter of 267 BC on turn 8. My army is now ready. I've just moved my other section of cavalry into the army. I'm going to move them onto this small river crossing here ready. So that in the next turn they'll be in striking distance to take Batavium. And I am tempted to take Mediolanum first. But the problem is, I know all the Gauls are over here. If I take Batavium, how? I can't really tell how much they're making, so I don't know. Do I send them off to take Mediolanum first? I will have a think about that, ready for next turn. But in the meantime, recruitment, yep, done. Construction, Corralis. Can't really build anything else there now besides a small barracks, so I might as well put that in. The other towns are building stuff, so I've still got 9 turns to take Batavium, so I could technically take both. Do they have any mercenaries here? 1, and they are trash. I ain't spending money on them, no way. But at the moment, money is starting to whittle away a little bit, so I might just have to raise the taxes up a little bit more just to bring in a little bit more money. I don't know how much that's going to affect it. Yeah. I'll drop you down. Okay. It's better than nothing. Okay. Well, going to move on to turn number 8. That's another nice quick turn. But this next one is going to be the big decision making turn. What are we going to do? Right, so here we are for turn 9. Let's get into it. I've already gone through like sort of the news notifications. Just trying to find this town wherever it is. It's usually around here somewhere. From a diplomat. I've got my other diplomat here who I'm going to send over to Thrace first. It's almost there. A couple of diplomats there. That'd be quite nice. But the big decision, which at the moment, why don't? Okay. First decision before anything else. Let's check the building records. So nothing being built there. That can be built there. Let's get some more population growth going for this, so we can get that done. Same for here. And Corrales, I think, is building. So, yep. All building work completed. Now, army-wise, what am I going to do? I'm going to send my spy into Mediolanium. Let's have a quick look. You have some swordsmen in there who are quite heavy infantry, so I think with this one I'm going to go straight for Batavium. Let's go and get it done. So for next turn, big battle, take Batavium, fingers crossed. Let's maintain that siege. We have a transgression. They're not too happy that we're walking in their territory. Well, I hate to tell you this, Gaul, but Northern Italy is for the Italians. It's for the Romans. So I'm taking it back. And then we have some war. Funny old thing. Okay. So let's skip on to... Yeah, it is turn 9 we're on. Yeah, turn 9. Let's skip on to the winter of turn 10 and see how this battle goes. Okay, we've got some troop movements. We are into turn 10, so I'm going to get some of the admin out of the way first. Try and find this town. Okay. Couple of diplomats, even better. Let's go for trade rights, map information, map information. Hopefully they'll go for that.
Consider?
Trying to extort money out of me.
What do you consider?
Oh, I wouldn't consider that. Fine, I'll just go for trade rights.
A most generous proposal.
Well, I thought it was, but I wanted map information as well. Right, trade rights. Map information, map information.
A most generous proposal.
They went for it. Looks like the Germans are smarter than the British. So that's good. I can now see where all their towns are. And the rebel settlements as well, which is even better. I'm going to send this diplomat all the way down to Spain. To hopefully go and negotiate some trade rights with them. Now my other diplomat is all the way over here. So let's go trade rights, map information, map information.
A most generous proposal.
They're happy with that. I don't know where their other diplomat went. So I'm going to go... I think it's Bilazora. That's along here, so I'm going to go to there. And then I can go on the way to Scythia. Right, so that's that part done. Everyone's at war with the Gauls again. That's fine. Construction report. Corrales has finished his barracks. Nothing more can be done with that, so that is absolutely fine. On to the battle. Let's have a little look-see. See what they got. Oh, a couple of warband and Epidorix, their general. Okay, let's go dive straight into this. So, there we have it. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to show you the battle because I did record it, but the file got corrupted slightly and it messed up the recording. So I lost the recording of that battle. But as you can see, I have taken Batavium. It has an absolutely massive population, which is going to go nicely into distributing all around my little empire at the moment, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Instead of taking the full money, I'm going to take a little bit of the money and a lot of the population, and boom, there we have it. So first order of business before I go on to the next turn, let's get things repaired. Let's see, can I get anything retrained? I can get all my Hastati trained, which is even better, plus I can get a spy and I can get a merchant as well, which is excellent. And then I will put in a Shrine to Ceres as well. So all that will be done on the next turn. This is a lovely little touch as well that they did in the remastered version. Whenever you had a night battle, and you came out of the night battle, it's still night time on the map. So you got all these little glowing areas, which I think is just aesthetically really, really nice. So, anything else that needs concentrating on? No, we've got some buildings coming up next turn. So, I'm going to go on to the next turn. I'm going to finish everything off, and that'll be the end of the episode on that one. So, let's go and find out what happens in the next turn. Will the Gauls come back and attack? We shall see. So, here we are at the start of turn 11, as you can see, 265 BC, turn 11, right up there. And also, as you can see, the Gauls are just on the edge of our territory, probably thinking about coming back to try and take Patavium from us, but that's not going to happen. I did have a spy trained up here, so I'm going to send him over this way, just so I can see a little bit more of what's going on. I am going to have a merchant coming out of there as well, but the Senate have also given me another mission, which is to take Salona. Why they want me to take Salona here when it's usually the Brutii that do that, but the Brutii seem to be struggling a little bit, and I don't particularly want to take Salona because it's out of my range. I'm trying to keep everything together, so to speak, so I'm probably going to ignore that. I do suspect that the Brutii probably will end up taking it as well. They've probably given the same mission to them and it's just a race. So, yeah, spy found, get lost, difficult information, Parthians and Seleucids are at war with each other, Gaul and Brutii have hit a ceasefire, that's nice for them. So, recruitment wise, all my Hastati have been retrained, which is excellent. Construction wise, Heretium, a little bit happier now, so much so that I can actually drop that tax rate a little bit. Let's have a look here. So, communal farming, let's get a trader in there because that population has grown quite quickly, and I should think by the time that's finished that'll be almost at the 6,000, ready to build the next city level up. Ariminum again is in a similar sort of position, but I am going to build some sewers. It's a race between these two towns of who is going to hit that 6,000 mark first. Probably going to hit it around about the same time. Segesta, again, can't build anything there. So, they are growing quite quickly though, which is pretty decent. And let's have a look at Patavium, shall we? So, we have everything repaired. We have some culture penalties, which you'll see these little red arrows here. But I think more importantly, we need to get some roads in and some land clearance, I think. But I think more than anything, actually, let's get some upgrades. Blacksmith and roads. I think I'll get the roads in first, then the blacksmith, and I can upgrade the weapons on my troops, which will help immensely when it comes to battling more of these Gauls, the filthy Gauls, as it were. So, there we have it, guys. I'm ready to move on from turn 11 on to turn 12. That is the end of the video. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. Also, please comment down below. Let me know what you think of the video, any changes I can make, what you'd like to see, how you think the channel's progressing. Is this a good direction to be going in? Any comments are welcome. Give me suggestions. I'm all ears. I'm open to hearing anything. Just keep it clean. And I will see you guys in the next video. So, ta-ra.